When you think of martial arts or cage fighting, your first thought wouldn't be of an engineer in a business suit. However, the amateur scene has quickly grown in popularity amongst working professionals. There are more MMA gyms in the UK than ever before, and more boxing rings are being replaced by an octagon. MMA combines techniques from different martial arts, including wrestling, kickboxing, and Jiu-Jitsu. Fighters are split into different weight categories, and rounds last 5 minutes. Critics have labeled it human cockfighting. This documentary will follow Rick Preston, who is a mechanical design engineer 9 to 5. However, before and after work, he is training to become a professional fighter. The film will follow him during a week of his training as he prepares for an upcoming fight. Each day, Rick wakes up at 6:30 in the morning and heads to the gym for his conditioning workout. After an intense 40-minute workout, Rick is still not finished and begins a 20-minute heavy bag session to keep his kickboxing skills sharp. Once Rick has finished his grueling workout, he has a quick shower and then heads to work for an 8-hour shift. The next morning, Rick has a Muay Thai and then a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, all before heading to work once again.
I'm helplessly needless and needless to say I owe you. I'm helplessly needless and needless to say I owe you. Well, I'd wait 10,000 clicks for just one more chance, just one more chance to see your face again. Well, I'd pull 2 times away out the earth with my teeth, the earth with my teeth to touch your face alive. You lie hopelessly still as your face falls apart. You lie hopelessly still as your face falls apart. With wax and wires and hair from the back of your head. With wax and wires and hair from the back of your head. Well, I can make your face brand new. Well, I can make your face brand new.
Rick then quickly rushes to a nearby local supermarket to get groceries for the next few days. It is clear how much money he must spend on food to keep in the best condition possible leading up to his next fight. After returning home from a long day at work, Rick only has around a half an hour break before heading out to an MMA class, giving enough time for a short interview.
Movement, athleticism, and jump for Rashad. The flow, the takedown. He gets it out. It's it. It's all over. Just like that. Glover to Sheriff. Wow. Wow.
What makes you want to fight?
When you step into the cage, there's just an absolute rush that you'll never get with anything else in life. That when that cage shuts, you can't hear, see anything else apart from you and your opponent. All it takes is an absolute time lapse. It takes, for that 2-second walk into the middle of the cage, it seems like an hour. And there's just nothing like it. No comparable thing in life. That's why I want to be a fighter.
How did you get into the sport of MMA?
I've always liked MMA, and then I thought one day I'll just go to a class, try it out. I absolutely loved it, so then I just carried on with it.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
Conor McGregor. He's completely changed the sport of MMA, made it so much more mainstream, got more popularity for it.
What do your parents think about you training MMA?
My mum absolutely hates it, but she knows I love it, so she doesn't stop me doing it, and she even comes to my fights.
Do you regret not training at a younger age?
100% every day. I wish I'd started from as early as possible.
Why is that?
To give myself a better chance that I'm starting at a very old age for considering how young a lot of fighters are, that it would take that extra bit of effort and luck.
Does the thought of injury scare you in MMA?
I've thought about it, and you see videos of people like breaking their legs and damaging themselves, but that's life. People get injured playing football, playing rugby, which are considered safer sports. So no, not really. Injury doesn't bother me.
What's your favourite strike or submission to use in a fight?
It used to be triangles for my favourite submission, but I've moved on to arm bars now because I've got slightly bigger legs, so it's harder for me to create an angle for triangles.
Does your engineering career get in the way of your MMA training?
No, everyone at work's really supportive of it. That they've even come to watch my fights.
If the UFC offered you a contract, even though you're an engineer, 9 to 5, would you hesitate in taking the fighting contract?
Not a chance. 100% would take the fighting contract. Do what you want, take your passion, and do what you love.